inimitable English football commentator Martin Tyler once called an absolutely cracking goal in a Liverpool versus Man U classic with a simple, understated, almost conversational, "Oh my goodness." The calm composure of his words contrasted with the pandemonium in the stadium and the hype that you'd normally expect from a commentator, and it made the moment truly memorable. It seemed that so much had been written and hyped about the new Harley-Davidson Rushmore models that the stadium had indeed gone wild. I wondered on paper if they could really be that good. Up until I rode one.
It's in these sort of situations where you really appreciate the get up and boogie of the twin-cooled 1700.
Third Ultra I've tested, and I've been a fan since that first one. But the short answer is yes, they are now that good. According to the extensive data Harley supplied with the release of the new model, model year 2014 is all about input from their customers. After thousands of hours of gaining information by riding alongside our customers during customer events, on demo rides, in focus groups, and through years of intensive development and testing, Harley-Davidson has listened and responded like never before. And what they discovered is that their customers wanted even more style and more comfort from their touring models. Well, job done.
And again, it's so damn comfortable. Just remarkable.
Some of the styling cues and nuances in the new models are obvious. Some are more discreet. Amongst the obvious are the unusual looking array of Daymaker LED headlights, which are amongst the best I've used on any bike, the LED taillights and the reshaped batwing fairing with slipstream vent. A result of wind tunnel testing, the vent is probably the best single improvement on the touring models.
Basically you can open and close this vent very easily. What it does is equalise the pressure behind the screen so that what was pretty significant buffeting from previous models of the Electra glide, depending on how tall you were, is significantly reduced. It's very comfortable. I'm wearing an open face helmet with no earplugs at the moment, and it's quiet enough to get by and hear the stereo. It's the Electra glide glue.
Apart from making it an all-round better riding experience and reducing fatigue, it also makes the onboard entertainment system much more viable. The Ultra Classic features the Boombox 4.3 100-watt audio setup as standard. It has all the Bluetooth connectivity of a modern luxury sedan, plus the option of hardwiring your phone or portable device into the unit via a nifty compartment set in the dash. Also available is an optional extra 6.5-inch system that includes the touchscreen and an integrated GPS. The redesigned dash is both functional and legible, although perhaps not quite as hot rod as previous incarnations. Amongst the less obvious new features is the one that has generated the most comment. For the Australian and New Zealand markets, both the Ultra Classic and Ultra Limited models feature the new twin-cooled 103 cube engine. Bah! Water-cooled Harleys, the blowhards blustered. Anybody who has been following motorcycle development would know that emission controls mandate more efficient engines, and plumbing a bit of glycol solution around them is a good start for lowering greenhouse output. Harley has started the big block transition by liquid cooling the heads on the Ultras. Those traditionalists also seem to forget that the V-Rod has been liquid cooled for more than a decade. And yes, less obvious is an apt description. The radiators are concealed in the fairing lowers and the plumbing is equally well integrated. At first glance, the engine is a standard big block. It's only when poking around closely at mudguard level that the radiators and plumbing become noticeable. What is also notable is the performance of the new engine.
That's just nice. That's got really nice pull coming out of those corners. Just lovely. Beautifully balanced.
The 103 Cube still runs a 98.4 by 111.1 bore and stroke, although the compression ratio is up slightly to 10:1, from 9.6:1 in the 13 models. But the real difference is in the crisper throttle response and the overall smoothness of the engine. It's just delightful. Harley claimed maximum torque of 142 Newton meters at 3,250 RPM. And that's up from 136 Newton meters at 3,500 RPM in the air-cooled 2013 model. At highway and cruising speeds, there is virtually no vibe or buzz from the rubber-mounted 1690cc twin-cam motor.
Yeah, cruising along here, this sort of conditions, the bike feel really hard with my feet. I can just pick up the tiniest bit of vibration from the rubber-mounted engine. It really is as smooth as silk. I guess if I squeeze the handlebars really tight, you can feel a tiny little bit anyway. But for the best part, you could call it vibration free at this speed. It's just smooth as silk.
It just has a steady pulse, and what Harley also claims is the best top gear roll-on of any touring model. It sounds pretty good when you give it the business too. The result, that is very, very pleasant to be aboard. I rode this bike further and longer than just about any bike I've tested in the last 12 years. I'd do 50 kilometres just to get the milk, and the shop's only 2 kilometres away. As with previous models, the EFI is quite faultless, stumble-free and responsive. The Classic also has as good a gearbox as I've used on any big bike, metric or imperial. It's crisp and notchy and very sure. The new hydraulic clutch is also so good, I forgot to really notice it.
Very nice.
The saddle is plush and very comfortable and sits at 740mm. The redesigned switchgear is equally ergonomic. Toggle switches make navigating around the stereo, phone, voice command and other functions pretty easy. It's also noticeable how much more user-friendly the cruise control has become by simply switching from the right to the left-hand switch block. I did a heap of heavy traffic commuting, inner city cruising, freeway blasts, highway and back roads riding, and the bike dealt with all of it. Wicking it up on a twisty road is quite rewarding, although that's nothing new either. Even back when I lived with my first Ultra in 2005, the agility and side-to-side ability of the bike belied its size and girth. In 2014, it's still remarkably agile for one so massive. No, really, it chucks around like it was half its size. Harley claims lean angles of close to 32 degrees. Having enough pressure in the air-adjustable rear suspension is critical to the handling over rough surfaces, but when dialed in, it works pretty well. The front forks have been increased to 49mm diameter, and they are another big improvement. The rear tyre has remained a real worldly 180 section, and the new impeller cast aluminium wheels suit the styling impeccably. The Brembo 4-pot rotors front and rear on the reflex linked brakes with ABS are exactly what you would expect from Brembos. It was only on really hard stops on a congested freeway that I went anywhere near the rear brake pedal. For most applications, it only needed 2 fingers. There was one occasion when giving the bike a bit of a workout on one of my favourite sports riding loops, that the road turned from dry and sticky to wet and slippery without warning.
Bit of water all over the road there. Dodgy, eh? Hey. situations like that with water that just appeared automatic or unannounced on the road, you really do appreciate the ABS on this thing. It weighs like 400 kilos. You can just grab a handful and not really worry about the front wheel breaking loose, which is very pleasant, really.
To have the confidence to just grab a handful while wrangling almost 400 kilograms dry at speed was much appreciated. I mean, much appreciated. The bike's real element is out on the open road or rolling away the freeways and interstates. The 22.7 litre tank translates to a range of around 400 kilometres, and out there the bike's relaxed and easy lope encourages hours in the saddle for both rider and pillion. Co-pilot rates the rear accommodation as outstandingly comfortable. We both appreciated the other little touches that have come with Project Rushmore too. If you ever had to put aside what you wanted to stow in the panniers or top box so you could open the previously cantankerous lids, you'll enjoy the new one-touch latches. The top box is also slimmer, but also has something of a TARDIS thing going on, as it actually has more storage capacity than the previous models, and it fits 2 helmets and change easily. Bluster and hype aside, at 37,250 Australian dollars right away, the Ultra Classic represents a significant investment in your motorcycle lifestyle goals. But then, as Martin Tyler would have it, oh my goodness.